Wait, hey, what'd you learn from Darryl Sutter?
I learned a lot. I loved him as a coach. Probably one of my favorite coaches I've had in my career. I think the biggest thing I learned was he had high expectations for everyone. Didn't matter who you were, your first line center or an AHL player called up for his first NHL game. Didn't matter who you were. You played hard. You played the right way. You're gonna play. So that's what I really liked about him. It didn't matter. He wanted to win just as bad as anyone else, and he put out the guys who wanted to win that night, and I think that's why our team was so successful last year.
Okay, but be honest. When
Yeah.
Darryl got hired, that wasn't necessarily your attitude.
You know what? I didn't know what to expect because growing up, my dad was always hard on me when I played hockey. So I always played well under coaches who are hard on me. Bob Hartley was another one of those guys who kind of had that Dementor, kind of like, was hard on his players. And
Yeah.
I thought I played really well under him. And then Darryl came in, and a lot of people didn't think we were going to mesh well together. And my dad was so excited. He's like, "You're gonna play so well on it. You're gonna love it. He's gonna be all over you, and he's the right coach for you and your team." And he was right. I mean, I kind of play my best hockey when coaches are not strict, but they expect a lot out of you, and they're gonna let you know if you're not playing well. And that's what Darryl did.
Is there something particular that in your game now that has changed because of Darryl?
I not one thing. I don't think. I think over the years I've played again with a lot of coaches. I've learned a lot from all of them, but I think just for me over the past few seasons, whether it's under Darryl or someone else, is just my defensive game. I think being smarter in my D zone and not turning the puck over at the blue lines and making that extra play that as a young kid I would have tried to do, or that extra move where turn the puck over and it's back in our end, and they have a scoring chance or get a goal. So I think that's something that's kind of been a lot better for me personally as I've grown.
What's Brad Larson like then? Or have you had enough time to figure him out?
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's hard on his players as well too. We had a hard training camp. Like I said, he expects a lot out of our players as well too. And you never want, for me personally, I think coaches need to be hard on their players, and can't have too buddy relationship and stuff like that. And I think Lars does a great job with our team, and he's been doing a great job since training camp, and I've enjoyed playing for him so far here.
What's the difference? Can you define the difference? You've played for a bunch of coaches at the NHL level now.
Mm-hmm.
Are they really all that different?
Their systems are a little different, but I think the good coaches and the ones who are successful are hard on their players, and they demand a lot out of their players. And if you lose a game or something, it's just not on to the next one. You make sure guys know what they did wrong after games and in video the next day. And I think that's where players learn and how teams get better. And I've seen that with some coaches, and some coaches I've seen, kind of just brush it off, on to the next one where, you're not really learning from that last game.
Do you have a role in being hard on your teammates when you think about it? I mean, this is, you guys play the game, the coach doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not hard. I mean, there's times where if it's a bad play, a bad turnover, and, someone should be like, all right, not right there, because I think it's more meaningful when, a player, lets another player know, like, you can't do that in that situation. It puts it's tough spot sometimes, when, another player tells another player this or that. But, I think that's what makes teams better is, guys letting each other know and holding each other accountable. And it's hard. It's a hard thing to do for sure. But I think that's what makes players better.
We talked about Patrick and his shot, but is there somebody on this roster that you've been through camp with and the first game that you've said, wow, I didn't know he was this good? Is there somebody that jumps out at you?
I think that young Cole Sillinger. I think he's going to have a
That goal should have counted, by the way.
pardon.
That goal should have counted the other night.
I know. It's unfortunate. It would have made it 2-1 game going late into the second. It could have been a little bit of a game changer, but you know, he's a young kid, but he's fast. He's got a hard shot. You know, he can see the ice well, and I think he's gonna, you know, have a really, you know, bright future in this league. And if he sticks with it and keeps playing hard and doing the right things, he's going to be a really good player.